Myko, Romay, tight end, defensive end. Started off my freshman year and just started playing from there. I skipped last year though. It's hard to say because I really didn't grow up around here. Moved here around my freshman year, so I really didn't experience anything like that as growing up as a kid. So. I gotta say I like watching South Carolina. My sophomore year against Elkins, had some couple good plays there. Well, it's a really successful program. I think everyone in the community just supports it, supports the boys and everything like that. I think this program is one of the best around here, and I think without all the support, it'd be hard to win any games.
My name is Buffington. I played from 1991 until 1994. I was a kicker and punter. My coach was Coach Jameson. Coach and I thought had a very good relationship at first when I started playing football. Coach Lanzi was my go-to coach, so to speak, because I just had him for gym classes. But as time went on, Coach Jameson and I really developed a good relationship, and I really felt like I could go ask him anything, talk to him about anything related to football. A lot of my memories, obviously have to do with kicking aspect of a game. I still tell players, head down, follow through, good kick, and it's something Coach Iquina used to always tell me during pregame warm-ups. I guess that maybe that was the extent of his kicking at the time. But probably my greatest memory was East Fairmont my junior year, 14-14 end of the game scenario. East Fairmont called 3 timeouts to try to ice me, and all 3 timeouts, Coach Jameson walked from the sidelines, from the field, and he walked slow. I'm sure everybody remembers that, and he just kept looking at me, and in his voice, they're making you nervous, he'd say, and I mean, just right from that point on, no, they didn't make me nervous, because I had that to think about how funny that was at the time. So, that's probably my greatest memory. Sophomore year, against Frankfurt, playoff game, very cold. We won the game 3-0, and I kicked a field goal right before halftime, and that ended up holding up to win the game. And how that story kind of developed over the years, one of my teammates at Glenville State ended up playing for that team at Frankfurt, and their coach placed him under the goalpost because they could return it if the kick was short. And he was actually the player for Frankfurt under the goalpost because they did not think I would get it there. And he still, kind of harassed me over the years at Glenville that ball went right through and he had to watch it. I've been teaching for 15 years now, and fortunately, I've been coaching for the same amount of time, which started out at Lumberport at the middle school there. By chance, and I've been very fortunate that a job teaching first opened up back here at Bridgeport, and I decided to take my chance, and I got that job, which was great. But it wasn't until the year after where the coaching position opened up, and I finally got to come back home, and that was always a special time because the past 10 years I was coming through the tunnel wearing maroon and white, and that was a little awkward, but still coaching, it was still great. But being back home, coaching the middle school here, being a part of the program I grew up in is excellent, and still helping out, where they need an extra set of eyes or extra hands with the high school any way I can with the kicking game is great, and it's a lot of fun. I hope I'm fortunate enough to continue to do it for many years. My wife is Christy. She's from Shinston. She's also a teacher, and that's how we met. I like to always tell people that she just kept coming down to my classroom, and she found me. But we all know that's not true. But yes, we've had a lot of blessings being able to live here in my home, only 15 minutes, quick car drive away from her house. So I think we've been very fortunate. I have a son named Connor. He's 9 years old. He's at 4th grade at Johnson Elementary. His favorite sport right now is baseball. He loves it. Just completed his first season playing fall baseball. My wife and I, Christy, have a daughter, Addison. She will be 6 next week. She'll be my gray hairs, but her favorite sport, she loves to play soccer. Also, we are expecting our 3rd child mid-February, and that will also be another little girl. You know, I'm probably your typical Bridgeportian. You know, I love to hunt, love to fish, and right now, you know, the big thing, and we talked about it a little earlier, is Bigfoot. You know, one of my favorite shows on TV is Finding Bigfoot. You know, and if I'm not watching a ball game, I'm watching A&E, you know, Pawn Stars, the History Channel, Discovery. That's kind of me in a nutshell. What sticks out about, you know, Bridgeport football and the program is, and it says it on the trailer that they haul the gear. Tradition never graduates, and everyone is accepted. And it doesn't matter if you played in the 90s, 80s. You know, someone's always around, and you know who they are, and they're always welcome. And you see guys in and out when they're around. You know, that's special, and a lot of guys I think feel that way. I mean, there's not a lot of programs that can say that. I mean, that's, to me, just, it summarizes this program. And that's a credit to the current coaches of the past, and anyone associated with it. I hope in 2 weeks, you know, a lot of us will be in Wheeling. That's what I'm looking forward to. This team definitely has the talent, but in one-game scenarios, it's just everything's got to go right. Team's got to execute. And I know this year's group, like many others in the past, will give everything they got. And, you know, after the 4th quarter, you just got to look up at that scoreboard and see how things turned out. And, you know, from a fan, you know, I really am hoping this group does it because they've worked hard and they really deserve it.
Gonna take a dip in the lake.